Hello again, it's Slowpoke Joe here. In today's video, I'm going to show you part 9 of how to do a flip reset. The thing I'm going to be talking about in particular with flip resets in this video will be the physics relating to your momentum and how the ball and your hitbox interact with each other. I haven't uploaded in a while, so I wanted to get at least somewhat better at my flip resets before uploading again. And now I can confidently say that I can consistently get a reset the way I want to, relating to how hard I hit the ball in order to get the reset, which affects the distance that your card and ball will have as a result. Here's a couple things I figured out. When you have more momentum and you get the reset from either parallel or below the ball, it pushes you away from it. So the ball gives you knockback when you get the reset, depending on how much momentum you have. So if you get a reset but you have very little momentum, then the ball won't push you back as hard. But if you're going really fast and then get the reset, the ball will push you really far down, almost straight to the ground if you're that close to the ground, that is. Now, there's a catch too. If the ball's falling down really fast, that will also knock you back pretty far down. So that's why when people tell you to get the reset right after the peak of the drop, so ideally when you get a reset, you would want to get the reset as the arc is at its peak and then it's about to fall. Because if you do that, then the drop rate will be consistent each time you do a reset. Because if you do it after, the ball will start to slowly accelerate downwards, and that can change the outcome of the flip reset. You can also get flip resets off the ceiling. So like if you hit the ball too hard and it hits off the ceiling, even if you're going slow for the reset on the contact point, the ball will still push you down really far because of how fast it's falling down. So you have to take that into consideration. So ideally when you're going for a flip reset, you want to make sure that the ball is high enough in the air that you have enough time to pull the reset off to score, but you don't want to hit it too hard so that it hits the ceiling. And then once you wait for the arc to get at that dropping point, that's when you get the reset. And depending on how close you are to the net and how high your setup is, that's how fast you'd want to go to get the reset. So for example, if you're really close to the net, you wouldn't want to hit the ball all that hard. You'd want to hit it pretty soft so that you could get another flip or another reset right away. And the cool thing about this too is once you realize how much momentum you need in order to get a certain amount of distance between the ball, then you can start practicing your flips, your second flip reset. Because with the second flip reset, it's similar to a regular one, but it's a different technique. So for example, you would only have to boost and use your air roll, your directional air roll, to get the first reset. But with your second, you have to flip into the ball. And that requires knowing how much time it takes for your card to rotate. And sometimes you might even have to flip cancel just to get that second reset, which is the preferred technique because you have more variability with that. So you can have you're more likely to be consistent. Sorry. You're going to be more consistent if you flip cancel when you go for double resets. Okay. So, right. Like, and then there's going to be times where you want to hit the ball harder because you have the setup might be a little too high. And you can still get that second reset. You just have to know how much boost you need to use in order to get the adjustment. And that's the thing. Like the where the nose of your car is when you get the reset, and the placement of the reset itself also is important. So you wouldn't want to go right underneath the ball because then now you can't boost to get the adjustment and you're just going to be pushed down. So you have to boost up anyways just to get to the ball again. But since you need to use your flip to get that reset again, you're basically just boosting up using your boost just so you can have contact with the ball again, which is silly because you still have your flip reset. You never used it. So ideally, you'd want to hit it somewhere in the middle, like not on top of the ball, because if you hit it on top of the ball, yes, you'll get knocked back up if you get the reset, but you'll also push the ball down, which is not ideal. And I've noticed if you don't get a reset when you hit the ball directly below from yourself, so like if you hit the ball down, it just goes straight down, like it doesn't knock you back at all. But if you get the reset, for some reason it pushes you and the ball, it pushes you up and it pushes the ball down when you get the reset, which is kind of cool. Another thing, so with your boost, like let's say you're going for an arsenal reset, so that's when the nose of your car is facing towards you, kind of like right there. You can actually boost to redirect or negate the effects of the knockback. So for example, if you are parallel with the ball, it's going to push you away from the ball and slightly downwards. But if you boost up, you won't be knocked back as much, so you'll actually be a lot closer to the ball. So your boost can actually affect how close you are to the ball after your reset, depending on how fast you're going. So if you want a really fast setup, but you don't want a lot of knockback, the placement of the nose of your car and where the direction of where you're boosting will heavily affect how it changes the knockback. In some of these clips, I'll actually explain what's happening. So I think I got the gist of everything I wanted to talk about. Now I'm going to transition to the phase where I'm going to explain what's happening in each clip. So what I want you guys to take away from this video is how the interactions are being played out. Because I've figured out for myself personally, the fastest way to learn a mechanic is to watch your clips or your replays, even if they're failed attempts, because you can learn things from failed attempts. Like, you just have to watch how things are happening. So I'll give you an example. Like right here, hit it off the wall, get an arsenal, and you see how I hit it kind of in the center. It knocks me back a little bit because I didn't have a lot of momentum, and then I score it there. So yeah, I think that setup in particular was too low. That's why I hit the ground. So figuring out patterns as to why something happens, you can start to correct yourself. Okay, that's another arsenal. That was a nice shot. There's gonna be some clips where I'm just showing like what happens when you score. You see how I hit the ball from the right side? It actually pushes you to the right a little bit. And that's what I'm saying. Like where you get the reset, that's where it pushes you. That's where the knockback will go from. So wherever your contact point is, that's where the knockback will lead you to. And then the boost will redirect or slow down that knockback. So if you do it right, if you actually watch people that are good at resets, they actually cancel out the knockback very well to their favor so that they can continuously control the ball in the way they want. I'm probably not going to be talking the whole time in this video, but I'll try my best. Right now I'm watching some of the clips. There's nothing I really want to say right now. There might be some clips where I actually want to say something, but right now I don't see anything all that important right now. I will say though, you don't want to boost through the reset most of the time, because like let's say you get a standard, so that means the nose of your card's facing towards the net if you're going for the net, right? If you boost through, then the knockback, like let's say you get the reset from below the ball, it's gonna push you down, but if you keep boosting forwards, you're gonna boost away from the ball. What's going on here? AFK. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make this video 30 minutes long, but I'll try my best. Bro, how long am I AFK for? I can't even... I wish I could still have the audio going, but like rewind and have it add on to the video, if that's even possible. I would have to like retake a bunch of times, so that'd be annoying. This legit might just be an AFK clip. Oh, I think that was a redo. There might be a couple clips in here where I already did that. There was already the same clip. Like there might be duplicates. I'm not sure. I guess what I could do now is give you guys some things to look out for when you're looking or watching your clips. So a couple things to keep in mind. How high is your setup? Like where's the direction of your setup? Are you lined up with the net? Where are you getting the reset? what's the position of your car when you do get the reset. So like you could get the reset from the bottom but be facing to the right, or you could be facing the net, or you could be facing away from the net. Like those are all like little factors you want to take in consideration. But I'd say the biggest thing is your momentum and the direction of where you are. So like the placement of your car, and then how fast you're going, and then see how that affects the ball. Like, because once you get, it's like, okay, if I'm going X amount of speed at this angle, it's gonna make the ball behave in this manner majority of the time. Like once you get that down, you're just like, it's pretty easy, because once you get the patterns down, the flip resets are the easy part. I don't really think that there's much I could say without like being redundant. So like I said earlier, I'm just gonna try to explain what's happening in the clips now. Okay, I got the reset from the side of the ball to the right, and then I boosted down, which pushed me down a little bit more than it would have normally. I'd say if you guys want to leave the video right now, I don't really care if you do. I'd say this video is over, but if you want to continue to watch my clips, please do. And I'll still explain like what's going on. I just don't think it will be all that, engaging or entertaining. Like, I guess it could be valuable in a sense, but if you really don't want to watch, which I don't blame you, like I don't think I would watch my own video at this point right now, because I already told you everything you really need to know. If you watch the other parts of the Flip Reset series, you'll be pretty much covered. You just got to practice, really, and get used to the patterns. And watch your clips, like I'm telling you. Like if you analyze your clips and try to figure out like what's happening, because physics really isn't that complicated. Like most of my Rocket League mechanic tutorial videos is all about finding patterns, understanding how the physics works, and then just applying that logic to what's the word I'm looking for? It has something to do with the technique. Like you want to adjust your technique to the information you're getting, the data you're collecting from your clips and stuff. Just learning from past mistakes. Sorry, I kind of zoned out there. I'm watching the clips. You know what I could do? I'll do this. I'm an Xbox player, so that's what I play on for Rocket League. I guess I'll just turn that on while this recording is going on, because there might be some no, that might be too distracting actually. I'll just keep this as one audio clip. I don't want no edits or anything, just keep it how it is. I really gotta make sure that my setups have more height, because honestly, some of these are pretty good, I'd say, for me anyways. Ooh, that's another thing. You see how I turned to the left when I got that arsenal? Like, that can also affect your boost. So that kind of reminds me of some of the older videos of the resets and how you can change where your boost is facing, and that can be useful for your knockback management. The video's almost done. We got, let's see here, got like 9 minutes. See, with that arsenal reset, I was a lot higher. Got the reset from a lot higher. That's why the ball kind of just fell down and I almost popped up it a little bit. And that's really how the placement can affect your knockback. So like if you want the ball to be below you but you still want to get your reset, that could be pretty good for like a ground double tap. Well, just as I say that. There we go. There might be a couple clips now where it's just more experimental, I guess. I must have just zoned out for most of these, because I could have swore there was a lot more clips than this. Arsenal. Let me get below the ball. Oh, that was, it's okay. I'd say the biggest problem for me is I don't get a good setup height-wise, so I end up subconsciously wanting to get the ball up in the air, and then I end up hitting the ball way too low, and then I am awkward for the setup, and then I can't finish the play because I don't have enough time or space because the setup was so low to begin with. So what I would recommend for myself is to hit the ball higher into the air without hitting the ceiling, and then getting the ball more neutral and making sure that I get enough momentum so that I have the perfect amount of space to just flip right away to get the second reset, or get more momentum and boost a little bit so that I can flip into it pretty hard. And that's the thing. I don't know, I might have said this already, but if you practice getting the same momentum when you get the reset every time without interfering with the knockback, so like don't boost after you get the during the reset. Like, let's say you get the reset right there. See how I didn't boost right after I got it? Like, if you boost during that time where you got the reset, it affects the knockback. So once you get used to how much knockback you get depending on your momentum, you can take that to your advantage and find patterns so that you can get your spacing proper. Like you get that proper spacing so that you can either flip or boost. So you want to be able to flip so you can get that second reset, or multiple if you get really good at it. And then you also got that boost. So like if you got more knockback, you're obviously going to have to boost more. But if you have very little momentum, there's probably a good chance you're not even going to need to boost at all. And if you do get like very little momentum when you get the reset, sometimes you can't even boost because you're just like right on top of the ball and all you can do is flip. But if that's what you're going for, then like that's perfect. We're starting to get near the end. I actually have been able to do resets in 1v1s now in comp, which is actually kind of cool. Like I never really thought I'd be able to be consistent enough to actually do that, but I'm actually starting to do that more. I might start uploading 1v1 gameplay in the future. I'm not sure though. Depends how good I do. I'm only diamond, so I'm not like phenomenal at the game, but I definitely like to learn mechanics for sure. I guess you could say I'm more of a freestyler because I kind of find like just practicing the mechanics and playing ones more fun than the actual like 2v2s and 3s. Like I just get more joy out of practicing and free play and playing ones for the most part. Like don't get me wrong, I love when I got people that are playing Rocket League with me, like 2s and 3s, because of the teamwork and stuff. Like it's a completely different game at that point. But when I'm solo queuing, I just don't see the appeal. See how I got the arsenal reset and then I just was boosting through it? That's why you go straight up. Because I canceled the knockback and then I just went straight to the ceiling because you're just flying. That's funny. Right there, I was a little to the left, so it pops it to the left a little bit. Oh, by the way, if you stuck to the end, I appreciate it. And if you want, you can go in the comments and say I was with Slowpoke or something like that. I don't know. I was with Poke. I don't know, something along those lines. Just so that I know that you watched till the end. So, in here, this is a private match with one of my friends, Zev. He's the one that really got me into doing flip resets. He's always been one to encourage pushing your comfort zone mechanically, even if you don't use those mechanics in game, just to be able to have the control, not to, just spam fancy mechanics in comp. But yeah, it's really fun playing with him. Usually he'll just try to like destroy me ego wise. He'll just but he's a good dude. Oh, okay, this is the comp clip right here.
You almost pre-challenged me, but I managed to get that reset at the end. And that's it, guys. That's the end of the video. If you like the video, please like. And if you'd like to see more content like this, please subscribe. Um, I hope you have a great day. I hope this video helps you with your flip resets. And thanks for watching.